finally back out here at the dollar camp. So I actually kind of packed a heavy bag today. I brought my axe and my bow saw. Gonna get some stuff done around here, make a maul. I've found a good stump way over there, and I'm gonna try to push it off the edge of a creek bed here and roll it at least, or maybe use some cordage or something and pull it. But anyways, it's been a while since I've been out here, and the last time I came out, I just took some pictures of what I've done. I don't know if I'm going to get to work on my shelter or not today. I really wasn't planning on it. I was actually planning on working on it all day tomorrow. I'm off work and I'm going to get to just spend all day out here. So today I just wanted to get some heavy wood stuff done. Maybe go ahead and get the last cedar to fill the top of this up with, but just cut it down. And I don't know, I don't have a whole lot of time, but yeah, the last time I was out here I just took pictures of what I did, and I had a couple of people ask me if I had done a video, and unfortunately I didn't. So they were wanting to know what all I'd done and kind of show them a tour. So I'm going to do that and just kind of scatterbrained. I had a lot more caffeine today than what I normally do, and it was because I knew I was coming out here and I was just excited, and I don't know, I just turned into a little kid. But I'm also kind of scatterbrained because I came walking in and didn't see a soul on the main sidewalk, and get here and unpack my stuff, put my bag up, and I hear, hey, how's it going? And I turn around and see a guy with his dog on the main trail that I've made, and he asked if I was hunting and asked what I was doing. I was asking if this was part of Grapevine Lake and if there are any deer here, and just kind of seemed really nosy and almost kind of interrogating me. So I don't know, that kind of sucks because that's the first person I've seen since I've started all this. So hopefully he's cool and just kind of comes back to see what I've done, but not necessarily to go report anything to anybody. This isn't my land, but I made plenty enough time to kind of scope it out, you know, months before I kind of did this stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. But as of right now, Dollar Camp is standing, and nobody's messed with it even since I added all this stuff. So just looking real quick, the little bit of stuff that I did add last time, it's fairly dry. It rained all day yesterday afternoon and last night, and it rained all day today. It literally stopped just a couple hours ago. So anyways, I gotta get to getting, and don't want my camera to die or my battery to die on my phone. It is a little bit colder out here, but I will grab the camera and kind of show you what I've done, and yeah, have a good day. Alright, so this is where I was just standing. Here's my fire pit, and I've got it pretty well made. Pushed a lot of the dirt up against these rocks. I'd like to dig it a little bit deeper, but we'll see. There is the dollar, and yes, this is the same one that's been up here now for almost 2 months. It is still just fine. I don't know how, but it's rocking. Here is the shelter. So what I did was I found this main branch here. It was actually not a branch, sorry. It was actually a tree, and this was the base of it down here. I apologize for the loud plane noises. And anyways, I found that in this creek bed. Okay, see, there's an apartment right there, and that's really the only other human sign that's out here besides me. But I found that main support beam of the shelter in this creek bed right around here. It was already leaning. It was still alive, but it was already leaning to the point that a couple of the roots on the back side of it were sticking up out of the ground, and it was going to fall over in the creek bed anyways. So I got it. It's real heavy. I liked the fact that it was curved right here, and I set it up in a way that, apologize, this is all being filmed by hand, so if it's shaky, I'm sorry, or if it's not focused right. But I set it up in a way to where this curve dips a little bit right there, and the reason I did that was because the way this ground is, it's not exactly flat. It kind of comes at an incline, and it made a really good resting point for some limbs, and it kind of naturally sits down heavy onto that tree. So now what I did was, originally I tried to lean it so that, see how it does this? I tried to lean it into this notch of the tree and hit it down into the ground and just leave it like that, but it kept rolling. So I'm sorry for my stuff in the way. I lashed it. Now this looks like a horrible lashing job, and in all honesty it probably is, but this was my first time ever lashing something at an angle like this to a straight tree. So you know, I did the best I could. It's just not real neat, but man, this stuff is super strong. I can hang from this no problem. Doesn't bend, doesn't move, nothing. I mean, it is on there really good. So I left a good amount of tag. I just put a 1/2 inch in it and put a toggle through the end. I put a little trucker's hitch kind of thing that you could just pull out, put this toggle through it, and then I left my tag in here, and then this is just like a little safety, as a little safety toggle, so that way I can hang stuff from it. This is actually my first time doing this. I just kind of got the idea to hang my bag from it. So and then we get this stuff out of the way, and then these branches, I originally had cut notches in them. Sorry. I originally had cut notches in these to fit onto this branch really well. And my main support beam here, the middle one, I got a little bit bigger around than the other ones. But they kept moving too. So I just ended up getting small little pieces of rope and lashing all this together. And it is super, super heavy duty now. So I'm happy with that. So all I have to do with this is finish laying the pine boughs, and then I'm going to make a little impromptu rake and get a lot of this foliage and down leaves and stuff off the ground and use it to fill this in. Originally I was going to go with this stump, or this piece of wood here, and just carve out a flat spot and use it as my anvil, but I don't know, I've just always gotten used to working up on a stump to either flip it up to sit on, or you know, something a little bit higher off the ground. And like today, I forgot to bring something for me to put under my knees, and it just kind of makes it, you know, this is home camp. I have every right to make this the bee's knees and make it luxurious. So I think I'm gonna head up onto this little ridge. There's a couple of big stumps over there, way too big to carry, but I'm gonna try to roll them down the hill. So yeah, I went and saw my parents this past weekend, and they had this tree, which I'll try to zoom in closer so you can see the bark. And then here's the other piece. They had this tree growing underneath a holly tree, and they wanted me to cut it down. So I did, and good night. Whatever this is super dense and really, really heavy. I mean, this limb alone is probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds. I mean, no kidding, it's really heavy, dense wood. So I was like, I'll take it, you know, and I can make I'm gonna make my my wooden mallet or my maul out of that piece, and then this piece I might make another one to leave here permanently. That one I'm taking back with me. But yeah, this is camp. Here's some leftover debris stuff that I was gonna use to lash, but this is camp for now. Going to get set up and get some work done, and I will be back with you. Alright, wait for that plane to go by. So I finished my maul that I'm taking back with me from my house. It's not all the way done. Sorry, I got a little chilly and had to put my toboggan on. Make sure you can see this. It's not all the way done yet, but the handle feels really, really good, and I can clean some of this up. I liked how this stick had a flat spot. I need to trim this down a little, but I've got a rounded and then I've got a flat surface. I like that so that I can really hit stuff. So I finished my maul, at least this one. So now I can use this. Now I can use this to make my other one here for camp. So I'll just make this back at home. I got a good stump, but the log worked out well today. I just used my hunter's axe, my Baco, to go around this and make like stop cuts, and then I used my main knife, and then a new knife that I'm going to be showing y'all a little later. A certain somebody, maybe a couple people will know, but for sure a certain somebody that will probably watch this will know what this is about. But I just want to use it a little bit more. I'm not trying to be secretive and stuff. I just want to use it a little bit more, and just kind of put it through the works and see if it's you know, if it's worth me sharing and saying, hey, you know, check this out. But it is right now, honestly. I'm not trying to bad talk it. Anyways, I'm just going on a rant. But a couple of things that I did want to share is I put up pictures earlier on Wolf Customs of this toboggan that I have on. For those of you that aren't a part of that on Facebook, I suggest that you check it out. I mean, that is the best group of guys that I know. It's just an awesome group. So I put that on there, kind of going over how I like it so far. I actually bought this on Amazon on Black Friday, and it had a really good deal on it. I think I got it for like $9.99, and they're normally $13. So it's 100% wool, worsted wool. Sorry, I never mind. So it's really warm. It's thick. It's really good quality. But check it out. It's by the company Wigwam. I love their socks, so that's what made me want to try this. The other thing that I wanted to share my thoughts on were two more pieces of clothing. A lot of people don't necessarily review clothing, and this isn't a review. I know everybody says that and then it ends up becoming one, but it's mainly just, hey, if you've been on the fence about it, I'm telling you, go for it. So the first thing is my new Muck boots. I also shared this. This was a Christmas gift from my wife. These are the Chore Cools. I wanted to go with these because where I am here in Texas, the heat is unbelievable, and these are rated to 95 degrees and then sub-freezing temps. So I really don't need the Arctic Pros and stuff here. Our temperatures in winter, if it gets down to the 20s, we're lucky. So, and everyone freaks out and, you know, shut down work and all that, but I love it. So I got these, and so far they are unbelievable. I can see what all the rage is about them. I've been wanting them for a long time, and I just couldn't make myself spend the money. And you know what, my wife, being as caring and loving as what she is, she went and got them for me for Christmas. So definitely just go ahead, any of these style boots really. I was looking at Lacrosse, and you know, and Muck's just happened to be the one that I got. So I really like them. They're super comfortable, really comfortable. I've actually got on a pair of Wigwam wool socks right now. My feet aren't hot at all, and they don't feel nasty. How, you know, boots like these tend to not breathe super well. So or that's what I've heard. I've got a cheap pair of rubber rain boots, and they don't breathe for anything, but I decided to try to wear some of my thicker socks with these boots to kind of see if I get any hot spots. Walking around today, I was actually carrying a lot of weight compared to what I normally do, and the hike in wasn't bad at all. So yeah, they're, so far I love them. Now I've only had them for 2 weeks, so but today was a good day to wear them. Like I said, it had been raining all day and whatever. The other thing that I wanted to share is I got a new pair of pants. These are the Carhartt, I think washed duck canvas, and they're the ones that have the double pads on them, like the knee pads. It's got a little hole down in the bottom, and super thick. You've got 2 layers of the normal thick canvas, and I think what I like about them most are the utility pockets. So you've got one here that your hammer would normally go into. A Baco Laplander saw fits perfect in this. Perfect. It's not coming out, you know, it's not going to fall out. Even when you bend down, it tightens up around it. So I've noticed that right off the bat. And then the same thing, except you've got a stacked pocket over here. So you've got a main pocket here, and then an angled pocket. And really, it's just a divider. But what's cool is the stuff doesn't get hung up. So let's say I have this small neck knife, or just like a Mora. Slide it in this one, and then if you have a Baco or a let's say a wedge, a wooden wedge, you can slide it in here, and they don't get tangled. See, you pull one out and the other one doesn't come out with it. So they're just great pants. I've worn, I normally wear Dickies, just the ones that you get from Walmart, and they're great. I love those too. Kind of the same thing, but again, I was gifted these boots and these pair of pants, so I've been wearing these pants for a couple of weeks now too. I honestly probably been wearing them too much. People think I'm probably homeless because I'm wearing the same clothes, but man, there's been no wear and tear on them at all. And I love canvas pants, so these are just like the supreme of all. But thought I'd show you camp and what I've done. I didn't get a chance to do the pine boughs or the cedar boughs to finish. I'm going to be out here all day tomorrow. I kind of don't want to press my luck with that guy coming up, you know. I for sure wanted to get this done here so that I can use this to make another one, and I don't know, just come out here and kind of check on stuff. So I will head home, and I'll be out here tomorrow. I'm looking at getting some filming done. I've actually got a couple of videos that are in the works that are going to be pretty cool for me. So stay tuned for that stuff. Here comes another plane. I don't want to be yelling, so have a good one, and I'll see you next time.